I got reincarnated in a godless world. I was once just a 27-year-old unemployed guy who lived with my parents. Well, it was like that before I was thrown out of the house about 5 hours ago. I was watching some movie while playing on my phone when the door suddenly burst open. It was my two brothers, apparently. They were ordered by Dad to throw me out of the house. "Benji, do you know how much our family has spent on your trash? We think it's time we throw out the garbage bag, you know?" My brother said, like some mobster about to dispatch his victim. I frantically wore my clothes. I was barely able to wear it when they kicked my computer monitor and phone to the ground out of anger for what I did. As I heard the thud of both falling, I tried to fight back. I lashed out and flailed my arms out in all directions. I was barely able to keep it up though, and I was already gasping for air. While I was panting, my brother gave me a knuckle sandwich straight to my stomach, and after that, both of them dragged me out of the house where Dad was waiting. "Go get a goddamn job, moron. It's either that or you can go lick people's shoes for money," he said as an insult to injury. It wasn't always like this. We were a well-off family in the Philippines, and I did nothing but play video games all day long. I mean, why do you want to go breaking your back at a job when you can just sit back and enjoy the fruits of your parents' hard work? But I did forget to take something into account. To them, I was basically a literal walking white elephant, although the only thing that was common between me and an elephant would be my weight. As my thoughts span around my head, it must have been them that also blinded me from seeing where I was walking. It was already around 4 in the afternoon. I was heading towards my friend's house to ask for some assistance and maybe help me get a living. I was in a state which we call lutang. I didn't notice I was walking in the middle of the road, but when I finally snapped back to reality, a fast-moving 10-wheeler truck with what seemed to be police cars tailing it suddenly showed up. It happened so fast I didn't even have a chance to dodge. The truck crashed into me, and as it did, it kept moving forward until it rammed onto the police car which was tailing it. I was crushed in between the truck and police car. I cried out in pain as my belly popped from the pressure. I can see my entrails being dragged across the street. Blood kept spurting out of my exposed belly. I tried to crawl, and as I did, I felt my wet and bloody intestines touching my legs, but I desperately tried to crawl still. But in the chaos and confusion, a passing car didn't notice the broken metal piece on the street, which caused it to slip and directly run over my head, which crushed it instantly like a watermelon crushed by a hydraulic press. The next thing I knew, I was dead.